Hey everybody, it's Ryan. Welcome back to How Farms Work. We are at the main farm here in Rockville today. Andrew just showed up with his nurse tank as well as his drone trailer. So Andrew is going to be flying not one, not two, but 3 drones today. Pretty exciting. It's going to be pretty cool to see 3 drones in action at the same time to cover as much area as possible in as short of a time frame as possible as well. The wind is expected to pick up after noon today, so we're here early to start spraying. The FAA's approval is between 8 and noon today, so we're going to try as much as we can to at least get the main farm here sprayed, as well as possibly one of mine. So we're going to go back down and see what we're putting on today. There's quite a few advantages of using a drone over a ground sprayer, one of the biggest ones being compaction. Earlier on in the year, if you get a rain, you can get back out into the field sooner with a drone than you could with a ground sprayer without causing any compaction issues or creating any ruts. And later on in the season, during fungicide, you aren't causing as much damage by running over those end rows to get turned around. So using a drone can be hugely advantageous and can be beneficial to quite a few operations. A decade ago, we actually struggled to get the airplane to come out and do any of our fungicide, whereas nowadays we can have the drone out here in pretty quick time and we can get our fungicide on pretty quick. Overall, we're pretty happy with the results that we've seen using the drone sprayers so far, so I really do see us continuing to use them going into the future. Now, to do this legally, we have to have several more people here to monitor the flight to make sure that this is being done in a safe and proper manner.
Frank, you're going to end up doing this field right here. So when he's done with the remote or four-wheeler, we're going to drive that one. There's a field road right on this side there, and then there's another one that side.
Do we want that drone in that truck? Or how do you want to do it?
Yes.
Yeah. So now we're standing out here with Andrew Tucker. He's going to run us through what we're doing today.
Well, thanks, Ryan. So today we've got the opportunity to showcase 3 of the leading sprayer drones in the industry. We've got 3 pilots here today with 3 visual observers, and we're going to be spraying 3 different fields. So it's going to give you the opportunity to see all 3 drones in action. The drone that we have right here is a P100 Pro by XAG. So XAG is one of DJI's biggest competitors in the sprayer drone marketplace. The reason we've got drones out here today, if you look at the field, it's still a little wet. So we've got a planned 1 pass post herbicide and foliar application in this field. And the rain hasn't been super conducive for getting out here very quickly after planting. So it's a little bit weedier than what we like to see, but it's going to still work out for the application that we have planned. So we're going to be putting on some residual chemistry, some burn down chemistry to knock back the weeds that we see out there right now, as well as some foliar feed, and we can talk more about that in a little bit. But right now I want to show you the P100 Pro. So this is a drone that I have the opportunity to test out for Nutrien, and this has a 13.5 gallon spray tank, so one of the biggest tanks on a sprayer drone that I've had the opportunity to work with lately. It comes from XAG. Pegasus Robotics is the dealer for XAG in North America, and I actually just came back from doing some training and setup with this drone last night, so it's going to be a new opportunity for me. I've done a little bit of flying with it. I've got my Part 137 certifications through Nutrien. I also have my Part 107 pilot's license for unmanned aircraft, and have crossed all the check marks basically for flying sprayer drones legally here in the state of Wisconsin, as well as the DAT-CAP certification. So we are going to be spraying at 4 gallon per acre because of the weed pressure in this field. The products that we have in the tank, we could actually spray as low as 3 gallon per acre. I'm just adding that extra gallon to really ensure we have good coverage out there. So the P100 Pro utilizes what they call the ARC controller. So this is a remote control. As you can see, there's no screen on this, like what we're used to seeing with DJI. So in order for us to do most of our autonomous functions, we are going to use an Android device. Doesn't matter what Android device, we just need to have an Android platform, which is what you see in my hand here. So most of the time, because we're doing autonomous flights, We're going to have this easily accessible in case we need to take over, but we're not going to be using this. In fact, with the XAG line of drones, we want to be very careful with this because these drones operate much better in autonomous mode. A lot of crashes that happen with these drones do happen when somebody takes over manual control. So these drones are pretty good in the autonomous flight. So they have an app called XAG One, and so on this device here, we can see I've already uploaded this field that's behind us. This is what we're going to be flying today. It's about a 22-acre field, and we have our waterways marked out as no spray zones. So as this drone goes through this field, it's going to fly across those and turn the nozzles on and off. So speaking of nozzles, this drone has 2 rotary nozzles, so they are still folded. I've already unfolded the arms for the propellers, but we need to detach the spray nozzles. So they detach just like so. There's an indicator here. You can see where the arrow is. We just want to line that up. We're actually going to have it pointed backwards a little bit so that the spray does not hit the landing gear of the aircraft. So as you can see, we're going to get that arrow lined up, tighten this down, and we don't have to tighten it super tight, just so that that's lined up. All right, well, one of our pilots just arrived, Jay Sorgs with Agri Spray drones, and I'm going to update some firmware on my remote for the T40, and Jay's going to tell you a little bit about the difference between the T40 that we've been flying and the new T50.
All right, so we've got the T40 to my right. DJI's kind of been their flagship drone for the past year. We're gonna have a lot of people putting more acres through it in the coming year. There's been millions of acres sprayed with the T40. It's been a solid, reliable drone. 10.5 gallon tank, 2 nozzles on the back. They're rotary atomizer nozzles, so the droplet gets sent to the plate and it spins to atomize the droplet. Typical operating speed is around 22 miles an hour, and we stay between 10 and 13 feet off the crop with about a 30-foot swath width. Now the T50, the main differences between the two, well, first of all, the props are white on the T50 as opposed to black there. But the important things are bigger radar. This omnidirectional in the front is probably 2 or 3 times the size as the T40. That's going to give us better obstacle avoidance. On the back, you can see there's another Omni mounted on the bottom landing gear, as opposed to there's just a square radar over there. We're going to have better terrain following, which was a bit of an issue on the 40, and then the pumps are higher capacity. So like today, we're spraying for Ryan at 4 gallons an acre. The T50 is going to shine versus the T40 because we'll be able to go quicker, being we have higher pump output.
Lucky number 13. All right. Thank you everyone for being here today. So today we're going to be flying 3 aircraft. We have 3 pilots. So Jay, Frank, and myself, all Part 107 certified, Part 137 licensed, and we are going to be flying a T40, a T50, and a P100 Pro. A NOTAM has been filed for our operation today with the FAA. So that was filed for operations today within a 5-mile radius of where we're standing for operations from 8 a.m. to noon. So everything is good to go. The METAR for KPVD is wind at 8 knots from 160 degrees, 10 statute mile visibility, and basically beautiful weather for drone operations. So we are going to be flying at 4 gallon per acre of a corn herbicide. We are going to not enter the field for 1 day after application. And we all have our positions coordinated so that we won't be flying within each other's airspace. We've discussed our landing zones for each of us. We have our hot loads in place, and we have our field selected for what we're going to be flying today. We have visual observers for each pilot. Everybody on their radios is on channel 13. No questions? Let's begin operations.
now been 8 days since the drones sprayed the corn here at the main farm, and the weeds, they're dying. So just yesterday, it got to the point where it's dry enough to where they can come out with the ground unit and spray the rest of our crops. That's 7 days that we could have been spraying with a drone. And I've looked into getting our own drone in the past, but I was specifically looking at using it just for fungicide. After seeing how they did spraying off the weeds in the corn, I think we'd get a lot more use out of one than what I had originally anticipated when I was looking into one. So I'm actually going to drop a link down in the description because I'm getting a quote from Agri Spray on a drone of our own as well. And you can go down into that link if you're looking for a place to get started. They'll get you a quote. Doesn't matter where in the US you are. All you got to do is go ask for a quote and they can hook you up. They actually offer free training through the link in the description as well to get you started, because it can be a daunting process, but after going down and seeing the physical location that they've got where you can actually go, they'll offer training in person. I think that it's worth pulling the trigger on Agri Spray, just so then that way you have the peace of mind to have a drone in case you have a year like this year where you can't get out in the field and do any spraying. So anyway, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out all of our other videos. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat, all How Farms Work. And with that, I'll see you next time.